Hello, everyone. Welcome to this week's Indie Artist Music Hustle. Again, welcome to Indie Artist Music Hustle with Blonde Intelligence. I'm your host, Miss Ronnie, where I always seek to give you exquisite cranial repertoire. This week, I have heard, excuse my language, heard a lot of shit. And I'm going to start out with what the hell is going on with Shannon Sharpe. Now, I was going to do a little show on him because I felt like that ever since he did the Cat Williams interview and the Monique interview, that I feel like that maybe some people in the industry had been coming after him, trying to tarnish his reputation, because he had like the reputation where his guests can be comfortable on his show when they interview and talk about what they need to talk about. And sometimes people tell the truth, and the truth hurts. So that's one thing that I like. And I noticed that the gay rumors really started to, I guess, circulate about him after those two particular interviews. So I really didn't pay any attention either way, because to me it doesn't matter. But then the thing with the sex audio and him claiming that it was an accident, that he was hacked, something happened on IG Live, I think that Shannon Sharpe needs to fire his marketing team and his PR team, because if you're going to say or do something like that, it needs to be believable. But then just even the part that I heard, to me, it wasn't believable, because, and again, excuse my language, because we're grown people and we want to talk about a little reality when it comes to this. I have never in my life, and that does not mean that it don't happen, because this is what Shannon Sharpe put out there, but I have never in my life heard a man say something like, "This my Michelle, this my Michelle," during sex. Unless you're naming the cat Michelle, I can't see it, because dudes be like, "This is my pussy. You better not be giving my pussy to nobody. You hear me? This is my pussy. Tell me this is my pussy." They don't say, "This my Michelle." So that was a red flag to me. And if I'm wrong, correct me. I'm cool with it. But that was one thing that I didn't find believable. And then to say something about, "You better take this dick." Okay, well, if that's the case, then how it go to my Michelle? You don't say pussy, but you can say dick. I don't know. But then he got on I guess a podcast show. I can't remember the dude name, but I know that they, I think they have a show together. If I might be mistaken on that. But then he was on there bragging, "Yeah, I get it in, I get it in." Okay, I don't think that at 50 plus, you need to tell somebody that you get it in, because at a certain age, it's kind of understood that you get it in. So I don't understand all of that, and I'm not going to keep harping on it or whatever, because I normally wouldn't even say anything about that, but I just think that was a bunch of bullshit. And then I think his name is Corey Holcomb got on his show and really just obliterated. I mean, just blew it out just all the way, because He was like, you got to go through this channel and this channel and this channel to go live. And if you're going to go live and say you went live or you got hacked, it need to be believed. That is so true. If I don't even go live on Instagram at all because you have to be too present. It's not like you can schedule it, but I don't know, but through the streaming software, you can't schedule it. You actually have to have your screen open on Instagram the whole time to stay live. And to me, that's just too much. So I feel like that if he was going to go live, the place that would have been the most believable would probably have been either Facebook or YouTube. I cannot see all the hassle that you have to go through on Instagram for that to be your first go-to. And then it's like, if your goal was to dispel the rumors that people were putting out about you, how about actions speak louder than words? And you didn't have to do this stunt because this was a piss poor stunt. So I'm gonna have to give this one a thumbs down, Shannon. Like I said, not gonna spend too much time on it. The next thing I want to talk about is all the different reactions to Lil Wayne not performing at the Super Bowl. And I'm just going to say, from a business standpoint, the Super Bowl is out to make money because they pay these players lots and lots of money. So they're wanting to get a return on their investment in any way possible. And I'm sorry, but the hottest artist right now, and I think it's like cross different genres, is Kendrick Lamar right now. And I think that people who got upset missed a major point. Yeah, there was a rap beef, but the beef became bigger than just a rap beef and became a culture thing. And with Kendrick dropping on June, he had the pop out concert on Juneteenth, the video on July the 4th, and then he's performing at the Super Bowl during Black History Month. And I think that was just the obvious choice, that the hottest artist who is known to be about hip hop culture and have crossed many different genres in this, I would say, in his career, is just the obvious choice to perform at the Super Bowl. And then you think about his performances themselves. He has a theme to the music that he released, the types of performances that he have. And I feel like that he would have a lot of, I would say, unique artistic creation in his Super Bowl performance. And I just think that with it being during Black History Month and the way that he has been releasing, like I said again, was the obvious choice. But some people really got in their feelings about Lil Wayne not performing. And look, I like Lil Wayne music, but if I just take Kendrick out of the equation, if I feel like the Super Bowl, the NFL is trying to me, low-key make up for how they handle the Colin Kaepernick situation. And one of the ways is giving homage to Black culture with Kendrick Lamar during the halftime show during Black History Month. And I just think that if that was the goal, was to try to in some way rectify that situation and just take Kendrick out the equation altogether, if that is what they were going for, would they still have picked Lil Wayne? And I don't know when it was. I saw an interview that Lil Wayne had done, and he was saying something about he would hope to perform at the Super Bowl. But with the way that things are going now, then you even have to look at not wanting to lose money. If most people are saying that Kendrick won that rap beef, then I don't feel like it would be in the best business interest to give any remote chance to Drake getting on stage if Lil Wayne had been chosen, because with the last few singles that he's had that hasn't done well, then how do you know that that wouldn't turn away viewers who will want to tune in for it? So people have to think past their emotional responses or how they emotionally feel about it and look at it from the business aspect. Now, I'm going to say this too. I feel like the response that Lil Wayne had was not appropriate. Everybody told, oh, he was all emotional about it. There has been many things to happen. Yes, we face disappointment. As an artist, of course you're going to face disappointment. But I think the correct response should have been, I appreciate all the support that people have given, but, you know, at this particular time, I can see what the culture is needing. And I want to give a congratulations to Kendrick Lamar. How about you just leave it at that instead of, I feel like trying to play on people's emotions? Because at the end of the day, you've been in the music business a long time and you know that it's just business. Now, could have possibly have been something where, oh, well, if it's up to me, I ain't going to let such and such do such and such. I feel like that right there shouldn't have even been a thought, because with Nicki, she has been very vocal with how she feels about Beyonce and Jay-Z. And if Jay-Z has any hand in who performs, and like I said, even with the Drake situation, there was any remote chance of that person performing and turning some people away, then I can see not even wanting to open up those cans of worms. But I do agree with not everything that Jay-Z does and says, but I do agree with that people cannot have the expectation of having an artist to perform if a Super Bowl is in their city, because it won't always work out like that. I think that it needs to be the person who is going to yield the highest results that can possibly be done. So they even talked about when Rihanna had performed or whatever, and she hadn't had anything out yet, but she was still relevant because everybody was all into her pregnancy and her baby. So you have to be likable by the fans. It's not always just about, per se, the music too. But I am going to leave it at that and get up out of here today. And as always, you can find us on all podcasting platforms. Lately, I have been not streaming live on social media because my social media has been real whack right now. I don't know what's going on. Even with sending friend requests on Facebook, they would tell me, you can't send a friend request to this person because you don't know them. And one of the people I worked with, and we shared the same office, but Facebook telling me who I know and who I don't know. And YouTube, for some reason, cannot seem to upload my audio files to YouTube for my podcast when everybody else can. So, I've been having a few problems with that, but I will get all of that straightened out. And you also can find the merch on www.blonde-intelligence.com. I'm doing some different things, but I have t-shirts, I have mugs, I have tumblers, and I have rolling trays. So, anywho, I'll see you next week. Bye.
Hey, girl, let me tell you about this podcast.
Girl, everybody has a podcast these days.
But this one interviews new and interesting indie artists. It's called Indie Artist Music Hustle with Blunt Intelligence.
Really? Where can I find it?
It's on all podcasting platforms, streams live on social media, and on rpentradio.com.
What'd you say it was called again?
It's called Indie Artist Music Hustle with Blunt Intelligence.
Girl, I'm gonna have to check her out.
Give it a check, girl.